So this chapter is about chapter 6, data link layer. So remember when we were doing the OSI, we started with layer 1, the physical layer, where we deal with network cabling and wireless, fiber optics. Now we're going to do layer 2 with data link. Or, yeah. So at the data link, we talk about frames. And there is something called a MAC address or physical address. And it will switch who will manage the frames. So the switch will have two parts. One part dealing with app layer, the upper layer, the network, and the MAC address will deal with the lower layer. So the data link layer consists of 2 sub-layers: logical link control, media access control. The LLC sublayer communicates between the networking software at the upper layers and the device at lower layers. The MAC sublayer is responsible for data encapsulation and media access control. So check this, then we can go in DataCAD to get more info. Okay, so if you know this, it's a big summary of everything that we will do. So let's jump in. So here we'll explain why we data link layer, some design, and the frame. What is inside the frame? So you can check this and continue. Okay. So why do we need the purpose of the data link layer? Why do we need that? Sounds here. So it's written here, the data link layer is responsible for communications between end devices and device network interface card. It allows upper layer protocols to access the physical layer. It also performs, this one is quite nice, I can copy this one. I can copy that and put it in a summary there. And then this one's layer, this one's chapter 5, already chapter 6. It just vanished. What's this guy? So it's very important to do some summaries that will help you for your revisions. And so this one is quite nice. I'm going to copy it. I'll copy this guy. Come to my stuff. I'll bring it here. Okay, this one is quite interesting. So this is what the data layer does. So data link is also. So it's responsible for the communication between end device network interface cards. And yeah. So if you are here and you want to send a message to a server or what, while your packets or your data is traveling, if you grab it and we open it, we'll see two sections: the IP address for layer 3 and the MAC address for layer 2. So layer 2 is the physical address, never change. Layer 3 is the logical address, the IP address we can change. So remember, while the packet is traveling, source IP destination never change. It only source and destination MAC address that change. So if we check the physical layer and the data link layer, we can see that data link layer, we have LLC and MAC. So it say LLC communicate with, okay, you can just read this one. It's not a big deal, but we don't use it. But have a look on it and we continue. One sec, I'm checking some connections. So student base beans. And I go again back here and come here. Outgoing, yeah, this one. This one, and I put it here. Outgoing meeting. I put it here like that. And we cut away. Okay. Yeah, we continue. Okay, please read again. And if you have any questions, please ask. So at the physical layer, we have the standard for Ethernet for the cabling, for wireless and Bluetooth, all of this stuff, some standards. And because the MAC address deals with the physical address, we also have some of these standards here. So the standard dealing with cabling is 802.3. The standard dealing for wireless is this standard. So this one is very important. What is in green, the standard names and numbers are very important. So check that, please. So if I'm quiet, I'm checking the WhatsApp and the reply to some student. Okay, we continue. Okay, this one is not important. Okay, this one is quite good. And some standard, some company managing the rules of data link and OSI, you can check them. Trying to reply to someone. Um, I'm checking the message I sent. Okay, we continue a bit. Topology. If they ask you at your exam, what's the difference between physical topology and logical topology? Here we are. So these two topologies are very important. We're going to use them for our labs for packet tracer also. Physical topology and logical. Okay, what is more important? Okay, some topologies. Okay, this one is physical topology. So in a company, how you can organize physically your network, and you can put all of them like that. It's what we all use. All PCs are linked to a switch. Then the switch will get linked to a router, the router to your IS, internet service provider. You can also set up your network as a bus topology. It depends on what you want to do, or ring, but the most used in companies is star topology. Full duplex and half duplex communication. So now that I'm talking to you, it's half duplex. I'm talking to you and you listen. You can talk to me and I listen. But if we talk together at the same time, we say full duplex. So check this, and if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, so the definition, the difference between half duplex and full duplex, you should know. And so when it's full duplex, on a network cable, there is no problem because we know there is a system to make it happen. But when it's half duplex, for example, it's one way, you're driving it one way, you must wait when the lane is free for you to use the lane, for example. So the same thing, in case you're using half duplex, nowadays we don't use them anymore. So we have some system to check if the lane is free or not. If you're using the wireless, the system to listen to or to check the lane is called CSMACA. If it's the network cable that we use, it's the system to listen if the line is free for you to go is called CSMACD. Only if you use half duplexing. So check this. Okay. Now here we'll try to explain more CSMACD for half duplex, but we don't use half duplex anymore. Okay, if you grab a frame or a PDU at the layer 2, it's called frame, you'll see this info there. For the physical layer, we say bit, it's 010101s. If you open the envelope, you will see 010101 inside. At layer 2, if you open, we'll see something we have with these details. So you can check the descriptions down here. So remember, if you want to send an email, you press send. Your data will go through layer 765. It's called data. When it reaches layer 4 with transport, is called segment. When it reaches the layer 3, is called the packet. Now, when it reaches layer 2 will add some extra info. The normal data, your normal email is here, but you have extra info added by layer 2. It's like you want to send a parcel to Europe, you call DHL to come and collect. We'll grab your packet and we'll put it in a DHL box. So DHL will add his own packages and what for your parcel to go. It's the same thing. So check this. Okay. So layer 2 addresses, if you grab your data, you'll see two parts, the layer 3 or the IP addresses, and the layer 2, the MAC addresses. We'll do some labs on that again. So which one is important? Please check this. Okay. You can skip this one. And that's all for this chapter. It was a short one. So you can check here the summary. If you have questions, you ask. So you get time in your NetAcad to go through this chapter. This is also a quick summary. Okay, so I think we can continue. We can continue a bit to save time and to get more time for revisions. Ethernet switching. So at layer 2, it's the switch that will be there. So now how it works, how the switch will handle the frames. It's what we are doing now. So I'll try to explain to you in a simple way, Ethernet frames. So remember, the first course we are doing is called CCNA1, or Introduction to Networks. It's the foundation. It's like we are starting school. So the basics. CCNA2, it's more deeper, CCNA3 and CCNA4. So we still have I think 8 months to get. So this is the physical layer, and this is the protocol number dealing with 082.3 and 082.2 for LLC. So now what will happen at the data link is what we're going to study, and how the switch will process the data coming from the layer 2. So at the data link layer, we have two sublayers, LLC, MAC, it's fine. Okay, MAC address, you can check. This is an example of frame. You have your normal data here coming from the top. And at layer 2, we add more info like FCS and all other info, especially MAC addresses. So this data or this frame should not be less than 64 byte or more than 15 and 18, 1518 byte. It should be between 64 and 1518 byte, the length. So you can read this one on top, it's quite interesting. It's important to know the size of a frame. You have your normal data and other info added by layer 2. So all these normally should be explained. And in our labs later, we'll use Wireshark. It's a software to grab traffic. We'll grab the traffic, we'll open it. It's like we are at the post office. We grab one parcel, we open it to see what is inside. It's the same thing. We'll install our software, we'll generate some traffic, we grab it, and we're going to analyze what is inside. Hexadecimal, why we use it is because of MAC addresses. It's very important. So we'll get time to read, to do some exercises. So MAC address, your physical address. So remember at the data link, we use frame, and in that frame, we add source MAC address, destination MAC address. And these addresses, we call them physical address. So my MAC address, if I want to communicate with you, I need to know your MAC address for us to communicate. So I need both your, for example, your cell phone number plus your cell phone MAC address. I need these two info before I communicate with you. If I don't know them, I miss one, no communication. So the MAC address, how to find it? You type CMD. So it's on your network interface card. It's like your SIM card. You have a number on it. It's from the manufacturer. And Telcom, or I don't know, Celsi, you can say, okay, this is the number of your SIM card, 0841111. This one is layer 3, is a logical address. We can change it, and you can change your number. You see? At layer 3, it's IP, logical, we can change it. But layer 2, it's we cannot change. So I'm going to check some details on my physical, on my network interface card. I type IP config/all, press enter. So here I see all my adapters. So here, because I'm using my Wi-Fi, I come here and I'll see IPv4 address, the layer 3, or your cell phone number. And I have a physical address or the MAC address. You can see that it's hexadecimal stuff. We have C, F, A. So this one, it's the manufacturer who who burn that number on your SIM card or on your network interface card. So what is the meaning of this 6? It's this one. So it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we cut in 2, the first 3 is going to identify organizationally what. And the last 3 is vendor. So let's say, for example, CPUT. So we can buy equipment and the manufacturer will send us CPUT. All your numbers will start from 1 to 10. And because it's me, I manufacture stuff, I'll start from A to C. It's an example. So the MAC address has 2 parts, the vendor assigned and the organization. So remember a byte, a block, the first block, we have, for example, 3C, it's hexadecimal. 3, if you convert in binary, it will be 4. C, if you convert in 3, it will be also 4. And remember, conversion, binary to hexadecimal. So check this, and if you have questions, feel free to ask. Okay, we continue. Why we need MAC addresses? They will be used by the switch. They will be used by the switch. Because if PC1 want to communicate with PC2, PC1 will send its MAC address to the switch. PC2 will send the MAC address to the switch, and the switch will record them in a so-called MAC address table. So we get also a lab to check MAC address table. So if we check on top here, destination, CCC, I don't know which one is that. Source is AAA. So when a device is forwarding a message to an Ethernet network, the Ethernet header includes the source MAC address and a destination. It's compulsory. Without these two, no way to communicate because I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to. But when a NIC receives and blah, blah, blah. Okay, all this we'll do via some labs. We'll do all this via some labs. So if I want to, if PC1 want to communicate with a PC, and the switch doesn't know where, on which port to send the data. It's like you want to go to post office and you want to send your parcel to Kokumbo. Then with South African Post Office will say, on our list, we don't know the direction in which plane we can send your parcel to reach your destination. So if we don't know, we're going to send a copy, and we make a copy of your parcel, and we send to all the airlines. And we must manage to find the destination. So we call it a broadcast. The MAC address for a broadcast or a broadcast MAC address is all F. Also, we'll get, you can check this on 1 minute. We'll get some labs to understand more. Okay, continue. Yeah, so we'll get some labs. So we're going to repeat again the same thing we did. So the switch will record. So if a PC is connected to the switch will record the MAC address on a table. That's how it works. So yeah, we'll do some labs to understand more. And you have a video explaining MAC addresses. I'll do a demo now with a packet tracer. So please watch these two videos. With NetAcad, with Cisco, you must study every day, a minimum 1 hour. If you don't do that, you'll get lost. Every day, a minimum 1 hour. And you make your own summary. We have a lab for that. I'm going to do a demo now. Let me try to do a demo for the MAC address table. I'm going to open the packet tracer. Packet tracer. So this is our packet tracer. So let's say in our company. So if you get such thing, click on the green one. Keep me a log, and you click on the green one. What is saying that if you click back, you will return to the previous. Okay. Click on the green. Then I choose my browser. But why it does that? Normally it doesn't show that. If I click on the blue, what happened? Okay. Sometimes when you click on the green, it's open directly. Sometimes on the blue. So it's up to you. You click and you see. Okay, I enter my credentials. Yeah, because I was not connected to NetAcad before. Put my address. My NetAcad password. I made a mistake. Again, now I'm going to put my switch. My switch is here, and I'm going to add. Why it's small like that? And also view. Okay, let me put it like that. So this is my switch, and I'm going to add some pieces. One laptop, and the laptop, PC, PC. So in a company, this is how it works. Huh? So I'm going to connect a laptop. What's that? I'm going to connect my devices to my switch. Remember, layer 2, it's the switch dealing with that, not the router. Okay, all these guys were connected to the switch. I'm going to open my switch. And to view the MAC address table, I go to enable show MAC, question mark, see, so MAC address table. So this is the command to view your MAC address table. Show MAC address table, press enter. See, for now it's empty because there is no traffic. So normally when a PC is connected to a switch, the MAC address of the PC will get recorded in the switch. Let me try again. Okay, now I'm going to generate some traffic. So for example, I'm going to add some IP addresses, like here, 1.1.1.1. Here, 2.2.2.2. Here, 3.3.3.3. And here, 4.4.4. Okay, now I can put my stickers. Okay. So from PC1, let me ping anyone else. So I open my PC. I go to command prompt. Let me ping myself. Fine. Let me ping the other guy, 2.2.2. So if you see that it's taking time, it's checking some stuff in the background. Okay, couldn't find. So let's wait a bit. 3.3.3. So while it's busy doing that, let me check in my switch what is happening there. Let me check again my MAC address table. Now I can see that on port 1, I have a MAC address of PC1. On port 4, I have a MAC address of the PC4. On port 2, the MAC address of PC2. Port 3, I have MAC address of. So it means if PC1 want to communicate with PC3, if this MAC address of PC1 want to communicate with PC3, the switch will know that, this MAC address, I know it. It's connected to my port 3. Then I can send your parcel or I can send your data there. So this is what you call a MAC address table. I have my switch. Any PC is connected to the switch. Per port, the MAC address is recorded. So if PC1 want to communicate with a PC that the MAC address is not listed, the switch will flag that request to all the port except where it comes from. We'll check that later. Let me check again my PC1. So this is what we call a MAC address table. Okay, I didn't configure some stuff. That's why sometimes it takes a bit of time. So we know now what a MAC address table is. I'm going to put it back again for you to check. So if I add another PC or two more, let's say I add a server to a switch, I add maybe a printer, and I connect to him. And you'll see that okay, there is no traffic yet. Let me let me put IP 5.5.5.5. And the other guy here, physical. Okay, anyway, let me check again. Need to generate again some traffic. So from the server, I'm going to ping PC1. Myself first. Then PC1. I go check on my switch. No traffic yet. So anytime you attach a new device, normally the MAC address should be there. Okay, it will take time to populate, but at least we did check that previously. We got our stuff. Um, so we'll get used to that. MAC address table. Now, when the switch will receive a request, a parcel, how is going to manage that parcel? Is it going to open it, read everything before sending to a destination? Or is it going to check the destination number and just send? It's what we're going to check now. Check this. Okay, I didn't generate properly yet. Okay, but it's fine. So now how the switch will forward the packet. I receive a request, I need to send. How am I going to send? We have two ways. We have store and forward. It means I'm going to open the parcel, check everything, anything that it is inside. If I'm happy, then I send. The second option, I just check the destination and I send. It's quicker. This one is much slower. So please have a look on this. If you have a question, you can ask. Okay, so you get time to read in your NetAcad. So now here we'll explain properly cut-through switching. Inside we also have two, so we can you can read. You can also set up the duplex, but nowadays we are automatically set up all full duplex, unless yourself you want to change to half duplex. And gig Ethernet ports only operate in full duplex. So if one port is full duplex, the other one is half duplex, it won't work. Communication won't happen. So we should be the same, full duplex, or half duplex, half duplex. So be careful of the duplex mismatch. Auto MDix will automatically fix everything for you. The cabling, if you choose a wrong cable or the duplex is not done properly, if you enable that command, automatically it will help you. So it's something you can also check later. And that's all for chapter 7. So we switch and the frames, MAC address table, and all this. So you can have a look on the summary and we continue.
Yes, we can check the summary.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you can visit the second part of the summary. If you have questions, please ask. Okay, you can check you can check it later if you want, please. So we are done with chapter 6 and 7. It's about the switch. So on Wednesday we'll continue with chapter 8, and Saturday we're going to do a lot of labs for the switch, MAC address table, and always. So on Wednesday we'll do chapter 8, network layer. Network layer. So we did the physical layer that is here. What is that thing? Yeah. So the OSI model, we started with the physical layer, the cabling, the beads. Then we went now to layer 2, the data link, where we deal with frame, MAC address. It's also called physical address. And the switch is the device at this layer. Then on Wednesday, we go to the network layer, where we talk about IP addresses. And the device that will manage IP addresses is called the router. So I'll just open for you so that you can have a look for Wednesday. So this is what we'll check. So it's fine. I think we did a lot today. We'll meet again on Wednesday. Any questions so far? Okay, if no questions, then thank you. Please study minimum 1 hour per day. Make your own summaries, watch your videos, and we'll meet again on Wednesday.